Now, for further analysis, we're going to bring in Kakhaber Kemoklidze. He's the former head of the National Security Council in Georgia and joins us from the capital, Tbilisi. Thank you so much for your time and joining us on the News Hour. Now, before this summit started, Jens Stoltenberg said the war in Ukraine started in 2014, and I'm quoting him here, when NATO had intelligence on it and we were well prepared. Is this all reflected in how NATO has now dealt with this war since it started in February of this year?
Well, I think yes. The answer is yes. I think NATO allies have been quite well prepared because of the intelligence gathering, what the allied states actually managed to get in advance. They have been absolutely sure that Mr. Putin was going to launch this war from the beginning of 2022. And I guess they have been mobilizing the attention of all allied states worldwide. And I think from the technical perspective, they have been also prepared beside the political dimension. They supplied the weapons, and I do hope that this weapons supply is going to continue in the nearest future, because Ukraine should defeat Russia on the battlefield. And only afterwards, Moscow is going to be capable to sit down for the peace negotiations.
Well, Stoltenberg says Russia is failing on the battlefield, but with those continued airstrikes that we're seeing, I mean, the air raid sirens going off today, just a few hours ago, Moscow's hitting critical infrastructure. Do you think that Russia is now changing its tactic? Because it was already struggling, some would say, in parts of Ukraine on the battlefield, Kherson being one of them, forcing them to retreat just a few weeks ago. But now they're causing a humanitarian crisis and leaving millions literally in the cold and the dark.
Well, I think, yes, they try to change the strategy because of the reasons that indeed they are also being defeated in different, let's say, segments, territorial segments of Ukraine. And I think they feel that the long-term defeat can be also received and gained by Ukraine. But before that, they need to somehow prolong this conflict as much as possible. And this is the reason why they are targeting the critical national infrastructure. This is the reason why they try at some point to influence on the Western states to make sure that they are feeling or will feel the Ukraine fatigue, sort of. And I do hope that Ukraine will manage, together with the allied states and together with the NATO member states, will manage to receive enough military support, enough humanitarian aids to make sure that this winter is passed more or less somehow in normal conditions for the Ukrainian citizens, and afterwards they will be capable to continue the fight on a regular basis. I'm totally sure that Ukraine is not going to quit fighting in the winter time as well, because time is not on the side of Ukraine. They have to use the time and gain territorial, let's say, gains as much as possible. And as more territorial gains they receive, as capable they will be in the near future to sit down with Moscow and for the possible peace deal.
Okay, thank you so much for giving us that analysis live to us there from Tbilisi, Kakhaber Kemoklidze.